everyone, it's Jasenia here today, and I thought I'd share with you some of my travel tips. I have tons of people always asking me because I'm always traveling. I think traveling is one of the best things you can spend your money on. I'd rather have an empty purse but a mind full of memories. That's just my personal stance on it. So I wanted to share with you all my affordable tricks and okay, now we're gonna start. Again, I have it on my phone as always, so I'm sorry if I keep looking down, but it's just easier for me. So number one tip is check out sites like Orbitz. There's like a fuzz running around. Orbitz, Travel Pirates, Travel Zoo. Travel Zoo usually has like a top 20 deals, which are really, really good. So Orbitz, this is why I always travel on Orbitz, and I think everybody should. I was going to Denver a year ago and my flight was canceled. First it was delayed, then I was gonna miss my connection. It was through Delta, which I love Delta, but what happened was that the runway, the plane was coming from Chicago and the runways were frozen, so they completely canceled it. It was my birthday trip. Like, you can't cancel your birthday. All of my like ski lodge or snowboarding tickets had already been purchased for the next day and I couldn't miss out. So Delta had no more flights flying out of Tampa to Denver, and they're like, you can't go until the next day. And I'm like, this is my birthday. I can't reschedule this. So I got on the phone with Orbitz, and obviously Orbitz is a big company that has access to all different airlines, and they were able to get me on another flight. I got there within like a 5-minute difference of what I was supposed to before, so it's just a good backup, and they have really good deals. I honestly use Orbitz for like all my flights, unless I've used another airline for international, but Orbitz is really good. Travel Pirates, like their page on Facebook, Travel Zoo, and you'll see all the deals. They have like amazing deals all the time. Okay, number 2, I was gonna say 22. Number 2, clean out the cookies on your browser. And what does that mean? So, I never search for if I want to go to Paris, for example, which, by the way, look at my shirt. It says ooh la la. If I want to go to Paris, I'll check on my computer, I'll check on my phone, I'll check on Jose's phone. I check on different devices because websites can see that you're checking. I don't know exactly how they do it, but they monitor it. So they can see that this computer has been looking for flights for Paris, so they'll either increase the price or it won't go down. I know it's like sneaky. But clean out the cookies so they can't see that you've done that search before, or search from different devices, from your iPad, from your laptop, if you have a desktop, your phone, and that way they can't see that you're looking. Okay, number 3. What is number 3? Number 3, don't book over the weekend. And what I mean by that is if you're wanting to go wherever, don't book on a Saturday or a Sunday. Not that don't travel on a Saturday and Sunday, but don't book your flight on a Saturday and Sunday. Or a Sunday, they usually go up. Obviously, there are exceptions, but I usually don't tend to do that because you don't get the best rates. Okay, number 4. Use Airbnb instead of hotels. I'm a huge Airbnb advocate. A lot of people know. I think it's so great for several reasons. Number 1, you're helping put money into a regular person like you and I's pockets. You're not giving, a huge hotel chain, which I love hotels, but you're helping everyday people make a little bit extra money. And the rates are way better. You can, if you're going on an extended, like a long trip, it's usually more affordable. A hotel can be $200 a night and an Airbnb can be $50. I'm going to Costa Rica with a big group and we got a massive house, like a beautiful house in the jungle with a pool for 12 people, and we're each paying $100. That's it for the entire trip. So especially if you're going in a group, do Airbnb. I haven't really stayed at hotels. I just stay at Airbnbs. I mean, I do love hotels. If you're going to stay at an all-inclusive, I think that's really cool. But Airbnb is the way to go. Plus, you can rent out the whole place if you want to cook. I don't cook, but if you want to cook, it's a great way. And also the host can help you, can give you inside tips of that city. And the decor is really cool just to see how people decorate their houses. Okay, number 5. Look for new airlines or local airlines. And what I mean by this is I got a trip to Paris from Miami, Florida to Paris for $500 round trip. Like $500 round trip to go to Paris. That's insane. That's how much it costs to fly from Tampa to LA. And why I got it so cheap is there's this new airline called WOW Air. It's based out of Iceland, so they're new in the US, so they're throwing out amazing deals. So check out WOW Air if you want to go to Europe. It's amazing. $500. It was like $1,100 total with luggage and everything else, but it's totally worth it. And also be willing to give up comfort. Spirit is a great airline, not known for being super roomy. Frontier, I got a flight to Denver for $86 round trip. $86, that's like what you spend at a restaurant. Because I know I'm not going to be comfortable. I'm willing to sacrifice those 6 hours for a longer trip. We're flying Spirit to Peru. We got a $400 round trip flight to Peru. I will suffer and be uncomfortable for 6 hours or 3 hours knowing that I saved like half of the amount that I can just spend over there. It's just 6 hours. Like, drink something on the flight, try to go to, I mean, I can't go to sleep on flights, but I'm totally okay giving up comfort. And also internal airlines. If you're going to be in Europe, Ryanair, EasyJet, Vueling, these are great local airlines that you can fly within Europe for like 30 euros each way. In Peru, when we're gonna fly locally from Lima to Cusco. Look up and do research and see what the local airlines are in that country, and they usually tend to be much more affordable. I don't know what number I'm at anymore. I lost count. Actually, did I say a number 4? I don't know. I'm on number 6. Google holidays in the country where you're going and avoid them. It usually, well, one or two. Either they get to be really expensive or the city or country shuts down, so nothing will be open. So if they shut down, you can't really eat anywhere or do anything. Or if it's, you know, holidays where a lot of people fly in, it'll be really, really expensive. So do your research on the country that you're going to. Okay, I'm trying to make this video not long. So, number 7, Groupon. Groupon has amazing, amazing deals. And it's usually based on double occupancy, so for 2 people. So just check it out. You have to be willing to be okay and being flexible. Also, another thing that people have asked me to talk about is like work vacation. I get it, you don't have enough days, but what I'm doing, for example, for Paris, we're going for like 11 days. We're flying out that Saturday, so I get Saturday and Sunday. I don't put requests. The 5 days during the weekday, Monday through Friday, then that other Saturday and Sunday, that's an additional 4 days. So that's 9 days right there. And then that Monday's Labor Day, so I get an extra free day. So that's like a 10-day trip or 11-day, and you only use 5 vacation days. So just plan accordingly. And number 9, don't check your luggage if you can. That's where you'll pay a lot of money. Like for WOW Air, we're paying $160 just in luggage, but it's a long trip and we're going to multiple countries, so we need the extra space. But honestly, I could do a carry-on. Like, I will do a carry-on for like 5-7 days. You know, look at the weather, plan accordingly. That's usually where airlines will get you for your money. $50 for a checked bag or $40, you know, for a carry-on. So don't check bags. Yeah, so that's number 9. Now I have some general questions that I'm going to answer that people have asked me. Like one of them is, how do I know what neighborhood to stay in that is safe? Research. Like, I am able to fly so affordably and have good experiences thus far because I do a lot of research with anything. For example, I look how far an airport is from the hotel that I'm looking at, and then Google how much taxi rides are. Usually taxi rides can be really expensive. I know from Paris, from Charles de Gaulle to where I used to live was about 80 euro for one-way taxi. So now I know, look for an Airbnb that's closer to the airport or near that location so I don't pay as much. So just do a lot of research on best areas. There's a lot out there. Travel Advisor is really good of, you know, people writing reviews in general. So research is so important. Another thing, people are like, traveling is too expensive. I can't afford it. You can. So it's all about being strategic. And, you know, I don't like to cook, but when I'm gonna go on a trip, I'm like, shoot. This meal that I'm eating right now, like crab legs, I love crab legs. I could eat crab legs every day, but I'm like, these $50 could literally be a meal in Paris. Could be a meal in Positano. Like, just look at it that way. Anything you spend money on, think of it, what could I, you know, this could be money towards my trip. So it's about research. One last thing I forgot to mention about finding flights, how I find them so cheap. I'm always checking. I have an Orbitz app on my phone. I will randomly check at random times, at Tuesday at 11 o'clock at night. I'll check on a Friday at 4 p.m. The Denver trip I mentioned that I got for $86 round trip, which is amazing. I got on a Tuesday at like literally midnight. And I was like, oh my God, is this for real? And I literally booked it right there. Like, you don't have time, because if you sit and go back and think about it, it's gone. So usually with American Airlines, you have 24 hours to cancel. You want to make sure, but it's almost standard that you have 24 hours to cancel. So just book it right there and be flexible, and always be checking. If there's a destination that you want to go to, I will literally be like, check on your phone. What does this say? I know it sounds crazy, but that's how I get great deals, and it's totally worth it to me. So I hope this video helped you guys. If you have any additional questions on traveling affordably, definitely let me know, and I'd be happy to make another video. Or if you guys have another video request, I'd be happy to film it. Thanks. Happy travels.